Hey folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Thursday, July 16th, 2015. In today's video, I want to discuss earnings that are coming out after the close today, folks, so let's get right into the chart. The big name is going to be Google. There's no doubt about it, folks. Google is the big one, and the reason why I bring this one up to your attention as well is because the stock has been on a meteoric move to the upside over the last week or so. And just take a look at this, guys. I mean, just going back to basically, mid-early period of July here, July 7th, July 8th right here. Look at the rise from basically the $515 level to almost $575 at the highs. Today's high was $574.28. That is huge. A $60 move, over 10% rise into earnings. The reason why I bring that to your attention is anytime you see a stock run up into earnings like this, it usually is factoring in very good results, meaning that the bar is being set even higher than it was prior. All right, remember, anytime a stock rallies before earnings or falls before earnings, it's either raising the bar or lowering the bar for earnings. So basically what I'm saying here is that because Google has run up so much, you have to assume that even if Google beats earnings, the likelihood of further upside is somewhat limited. Okay, now, could it be up a couple bucks? Sure, but I doubt, honestly, it will be up more than that, and most likely will either be flat or down on earnings. That's right, folks, flat or down on earnings. And again, you can see this really clearly if we go to the daily chart. And the daily chart, very clear. Look at this. Look at the move up here. I mean, this is incredible. From this low pivot down here at 515 to basically 575. And again, what's interesting here is look at the pivots. Pivot, pivot, and pivot. These are all resistance points. So again, if we take a trend line and put it in right here, take a trend line, put it in right here, that's exactly what we're hitting, and we've pierced this one right here. So there's a lot. This is resistance on a chart. So even with earnings coming out, you have a lot of resistance. You have an extended chart that's extremely far away from the 20 moving average, which is obviously telling us something. So again, my analysis right now, folks, is showing us that we have about a 60% chance of downside that's decent and about a 20% chance of a flat trade and only about a 20% of a small up. There's really 0% of a large up move, in my opinion. And large up move I would expect would be like if it was above 600. 600, that would be a larger up move, up north of $25 plus on earnings. So you're basically looking at something that keeps the stock around 575 or drops it probably back to about 550 would be your downside. Okay? And again, let me just repeat this too. It's not that Google's going to perform badly. I actually think they're going to beat earnings very nicely, but it's more the aspect that the stock has had such a big move up, it's very hard for the stock to continue to move. All right, another stock reporting earnings after the bell here is Schlumberger. Schlumberger obviously is one of the oil players out there. It's going to be under a lot of pressure. A lot of people are going to be watching these earnings to get a cue about how these companies are faring because Schlumberger is one of the bigger ones of them, the bigger drillers here. And the first thing that jumps out at me is it is oversold a little bit, but it has a bear flag here. This is an in spirit of bearish pattern into the 20s. So right off the bat, I would say this is a neutral chart, maybe slight downside bias to about this level around $80. Not much downside though, and limited upside. Maximum upside would be up to about this level, about the 87, 88 level. But really, if you're looking at the chart and analyzing what you would expect, where would you favor the move going, it would be a neutral move or a slightly lower move. Not much downside, not much upside. I would rank this more as a neutral. Okay, last chart I want to mention is AMD reporting. Now, AMD already gapped lower because the company warned, so they're basically going to, you don't expect this to move much because they essentially reported earnings already when they warned, and obviously the warning killed the stock. I mean, look at that drop there. You're basically trading at quite a multi-year lows, right? Multi-year lows on AMD. So really nothing much to talk about here since, again, the earnings were technically already given out already in the pre-release about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. All right, so Google's the big one to watch. Again, I would expect Google, again, to be neutral to lower on earnings. And again, they'll be reported after the bell today. Take care, guys. Come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Get the next trade alert. I've already put out one trade alert today in the Research Center and one options new play in the options alerts. I have more coming later, so come on, join. Take the 7-day free trial.